Hello everyone and welcome. Crash here, this RTA Motorsports, and today we're going to be jumping back into Assetto Corsa EVO. I do have chat up and running. Mr. Thalman, how's it going? Hope you, well, we did talk. I know you are doing well. You're doing great, actually. You're gonna wait until the game matures. Am I gonna be getting the 5090? So far I haven't planned on getting the 5090, to be honest with you. Um, I really need to see the reviews and how much like rasterization improvements we have over the 4090. I still feel like I'm enjoying my 4090. And you know, some of the initial rumors are saying that it's, you know, between 5 and 10% improvement. If it's actually like 20% improvement, yeah, maybe we'll go that route. I'm sure eventually I will. Just I don't know if I'm going to do it out of the gate. Let's put it that way. So I'm sure I'm going to get a 5090, just maybe not completely out of the gate. I know they're pushing a lot of their AI based things, and that's all well and good as long as sim racing really takes advantage of it, which it kind of looks like AC EVO may eventually take advantage of that stuff, because I saw on day one there was an option for DLSS. Right now they have, I believe it's an AMD or an open source option. So, but yeah, so let's go over this update real quick and kind of run down what they just patched today. So this is version 0.1.3. They fixed the controls UI page issue, preventing correct visualization of bounds control icons. They added an axis visualization. Wow, I can't talk. Visualization. They added the axis visualization into the settings UI page. So that's something I was asking for on day one. So like when you're binding your throttle pedal, you could actually press your throttle pedal and see the axis move, so you could tell if it's inverted or not. Because when we first bound my pedals, it was always inverted. So that's awesome. Now we have axis visualization. Car customization is now enabled, only in offline mode. Well, the title is only in offline mode right now. Thumbnails remain in original colors. This allows users to customize their cars for showroom visualization in single player game modes. Okay. All right. So we'll check that out. Car customizations are currently reset when quitting the game. Full online mode for all will be enabled very soon. So that's good to hear. Then the team is focusing on additional fixes and the introduction of online mode and its related features. So that sounds like it's actually coming quicker than I thought. Which is absolutely insane. Pretty cool. So let's jump in and let's see what it's like. And let's see if we could actually jump into that car customization and experience it. So you see my motion rig kind of zeroing out right now. See, I actually just lost some of your comments, Mr. Thalman. I don't know why. Some of them just disappeared on me. Some say the 5090 is like a 4090 Ti. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's more than that. I know, like I was saying, there's going to be a big push towards the AI feature set. You know, the DLSS, was it 4.0 or something like that they're doing now. So there's going to be a big push in that route, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not really sure if I'm going that route or not yet. So we could see here, let's change this view over so you could all see as well. We do have the map here, and it's showing January 16th was back here. We're currently almost like in the third arrow. And content drop 1, we're approaching that. Probably a month or so away with 2 new cars, special events, Fuji Speedway. The second early access release, 5 more cars, Circuit of Americas, single player and custom race weekend, things like that. It's going to be coming even later. But we're still within that first early access window. And then 1.0, it says fall 2025, doesn't give a date. So yeah, let's jump in. Let's see. So again, offline mode, we're aware of that. Kind of looks like this camera's tilted. There we go. All right. So first I want to go to settings. Let's get this out of the way. Controls. I'm going to go. All right. So right there on the left side, we do have currently active and bound devices. So that's awesome. And you could see the steering wheel. So you could see kind of where 0 is. For some reason, 0 is not where 0 should be. And then throttle, brake is all right. So none of that is showing. I'm getting a little bit, a little bit nervous there. All right, so it's showing in here, but it's not showing on this left side here. A little concerned that 0 is not showing in the middle. Let's go to settings. It is 900 degrees. Let me make sure Sim Commander, because sometimes Sim Commander, I have to like reset what 0 position is. I don't know why lately I've been having to do it more frequently than usual. Set wheel center about right there. Boom. Okay. All right, there it goes. So now it is. So it was Sim Commander. It wasn't. It wasn't Assetto Corsa Evo's fault. All right. Cool. Cool. I like it. And then Handbrake. Does Handbrake show up here? No, it doesn't. But if we go into SimLab XB1, it shows there. So that's cool. So you can see like what's inverted and what isn't. That's important. That's awesome. Because if you load up and you notice that your throttle is just like stuck to the floor, you're inverted. In order to change that, you go to let's see. Go to pedals. When you're binding it, there's going to be an inversion option there. So that way you can invert it. All right. So let's go to vehicles. Customize vehicle. So it looks like right now we just have pretty basic options here as far as like colors, wheels. You can adjust just a wheel color, custom, change it to whatever you want. So that's pretty cool. And you could set the finish. There we go. High gloss. Let's see, what do we got? Do we got chrome? Pearl. Nice. Can we do that with let's go to another car. Let's discard. Let's go to garage. Let's see if we could customize one of these cars that has a livery. That'd be pretty cool. So this is a Porsche 911 here. And let's go to customize. Let's see what it gives us as far as options go. Because this has a livery where it has a whole bunch of tracks on it. Let's see. Exterior. It may not. So just a headlight color. So I can make that yellow. From clear to yellow. So that's pretty cool. I didn't think it would let us change the body because it's already got a wrap on it. Let's see, two-tone design for the wheels. Let's do that. Two-tone. So you got like a beauty ring on the outside. And then we could adjust the color here. So we could go to like OEM options. Or let's go to custom. Let's see, let's do something crazy. Let's do like blue wheels. Let's make it a blue chrome. Looks absolutely ridiculous. Doesn't even match at all. Oh man, segment 2. Let's do that yellow. I don't know why. Let's just do it yellow. And then we'll make that the finish. We'll do matte. We got like a yellow matte ring on it. It actually looks really good. As far as like the finish, and I mean the colors don't work at all with this car, but it does look pretty cool. All right. And then parts. Let's see, race logic timing device. So we could auxiliary LEDs. Oh, look at that. The LED just showed up on the side here. So you have auxiliary LED strip, number 3, number 2. That'll be on the front here. Number 1 is probably going to be on the... Oh, I got I got strips all over the place. Endurance spec front bumper. Let's see what this front bumper looks like. Okay, so it added the fog lights there. Let's take it off. So, all right, cool. I like it. SAS safety device. So let's see if we can auto switch view. So that's taking us to the interior. I don't know. I'm assuming it has something to do with the seat, right? SAS safety device. I know we could... Oh, it's right here. Okay. There it is. That's the SAS safety device. And I think that's like what flag state you're currently at. I'm guessing. I think that this is what shows what flag state you're currently at. And then the race logic timing device is right here. And you can actually take that out of the car if you don't want it. So let's just say your sim, because some people have the race logic. So let's just say your sim, you have one mounted in real life. You don't need to have the fake one in the car. You could just have yours on your rig. That's pretty cool. I'm going to turn everything on. There we go. So we just applied it. So again, all of this is going to reset once we go back and we quit out of the title and go back. So, you know, there is a lot of options there for an initial release. Look, this car looks crazy. But it's just not going to save because I guess it normally saves to the cloud. And we're offline. So that's pretty cool. And let's see, what's in... Oh, so special events, we don't have anything yet. But now, nothing in Academy. Let's go to single player. And we'll do a quick race. See if at all the feeling of the car changed. I doubt the feeling of the car changed, but I mean, these are pretty big changes here. We're not going to do a 180-minute race. Let's do a 25-minute race. Do a 6 times multiplier. Number of opponents. Let's crank this up a little bit. Let's do 25 cars. I'll start P20. Single make, we'll leave it on. Because again, the last time we did that, it actually like put slower class cars on there that were just kind of holding up everything. And then for the track, we'll do Suzuka. All right, boom. Let's do this. See how this works out. So I don't have a wind sim. But if I had one through Sim Racing Studio, like if I had the wind sim through Sim Racing Studio, it would definitely work because my motion rig works. Everything else, we are capturing telemetry. All of that works. So again, so this is still an issue. So if you're in triple screen mode and you load up, you're still going to get the black screen. So again, to troubleshoot that, you're going to turn off triple screen. Now you can start seeing the pits and everything. And then you turn it back on. There we go. Now we're back. So, being that we are in first person view mode, we're going to turn off the steering wheel. We're going to hide everything. And Kind of neat. You could turn the dashboard off as well. I don't think you could turn off the HUD yet. I've seen people do it. I just haven't figured it out yet. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. That's not terribly important. We'll leave that on. Got a car coming out. Oh, they went through the grass. I thought they were coming out of pits. Oh man, AI is just slamming into each other. And they just slammed into us. That's kind of a problem with AI right now. Is AI has very poor like situational awareness, and they will hit into you, as you can see there. Yellow flag is out currently, double yellow. I really like how this car feels. Again, when we drove it last, I was bringing up that it slides, it crab walks quite a bit, and you really have to like drive the car with the pedals as far as steering goes, and you really get the chance to do that. Now it does feel like it slides maybe a little bit too much, especially when we got good static weather. But as far as the feel of everything, it does feel really good. But I don't think they really improved anything with this patch as far as like, you know, how the car necessarily feels on the track. But really, I mean, it doesn't feel horrible. I do feel like it slides a little bit, maybe a little bit too much, but it's kind of weird how you get the warnings for all the cars who cut the track at all the time. It's like calling everyone out. Got a yellow flag. Yeah, I mean, the car handles really good. The one thing I do like about it is at the limits, when you are sliding the car, I do feel like it's, you could work with it and you could save it, you know? There's a lot of like that crab walking, sort of like fighting with the car. It definitely feels really good. I think physics-wise, there's definitely some really good standouts in this title so far, and one being the Ford Cosworth, the Ford Escort Cosworth, is a lot of fun to drive. And then this car is a lot of fun to drive as well. I like the Ferrari 488 Challenge. Felt like that car felt pretty good. The Mercedes on the other hand, was... but then again, I never really feel that comfortable even driving the Mercedes in iRacing. Just felt like a lot more of a handful, but might be accurate. It's just I never really felt connected to that car, even in other sims. Another double yellow. AI is just going crazy. Overcooking it, trying to, getting too excited. Try to catch them. Oh. Come on. Definitely should have put my GT wheel on. Got them both. Got them both. I really need practice with this car to, you know, fully get it. And of course, you know, we're not running any sort of setup. This is just baseline what the car loaded with. But even with that said, I really do enjoy being able to like brake and then get that nose sucked into turns and really drive the car with the pedals. Another yellow. I see a car off track up ahead. Oh, look, he braked. He waited. That's an improvement. You know, sometimes AI in this title will do things that you're like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's not bad. That's pretty smart. Ah, that was my fault. That was my fault. Oh, come on. Rear tires are glowing red now. Yeah, like I was saying, every once in a while AI would do something that will kind of make it almost feel like, oh man, maybe the AI is not too bad, but every so often the AI will do things kind of like what I just did. Just run right into the back of somebody. But I would say like the very first day it was released, I was trying to play with AI and I just kept getting pit maneuvered over and over again. It was so frequent, it was almost unusable. So I don't know if they really did anything from day one to now with AI, but I didn't look at the release notes. Hey, thank you so much. That's what my hopes were. Kind of bring you all along for the ride in the motion rig. It is funny though, I mean, it happened even before I got the motion rig, but really, with the motion rig, there's always a sense of anxiety that gets introduced whenever I sim race. It causes me to sweat like crazy, causes my heart rate to jump up. Really, I should get a heart rate monitor on the stream, because even years later in sim racing, it still is a thing. My heart rate still goes up every single time. The AI gets stuck to itself into that snake mode, you know what I mean? Whoa! Oh my gosh! I had to jump ahead of him. He was getting... That was chaotic. What the heck was that, huh? Up. Did I get bumped? I didn't feel like I got bumped. That was probably just purely my mistake. Oh, my rear tires are red again. Just overcooking them. I think the next race we'll do with the normal street cars, maybe the BRZ or Ford Escort Cosworth. I was trying to get it to step out a little bit. Probably shouldn't be doing that in the middle of a race. That was pretty cool. I shifted up and it actually spun the tires a little bit mid-turn and kicked the rear out just a hair. even more so with this sim than many other sims, I kind of feel like you have to really consider the weight balance of the car and kind of what you're doing with the car. Because you kind of, even with this car, I kind of feel it. Like if I'm getting on the brakes hard, I do feel that nose getting loaded up. I don't experience too much like nose dive, but you can feel it in the wheel. There is like weight distribution happening, and then the rear of the car gets lively, like you experience there, because I'm kind of going into that turn way too hot. So as I'm getting on the brakes and when I turn in, the rear of the car starts lifting up. I can actually feel that. So I'm sure over time and practice and maybe even adjusting setups, it's just going to make me a better racer, to be honest with you. I love that. Right there, as I'm turning in, I shift up, and it's a split second. The back tires burn, and the car just snaps in a little bit. Way off track. It makes me laugh every time. Figure out I gotta get around this snake. There we go. All right, I kind of got one, two. That was super aggressive, but I got him. Didn't hit him. We got past the snake, the super snake. Actually scared to spend money on AC EVO. You really like mods. And the future of mods is not really clear with this game. I know some people were looking at the installation files, and it kind of seemed like maybe mods are not going to be a thing. But it really depends on how they implement the online. I'm kind of hoping that they later on introduce like a sandbox type deal where the community can create things, much like they can for Assetto Corsa, but maybe a little bit more formally, where it's introduced in the AC like store or something like that. Not that you necessarily have to pay for it, but you know, just like a sandbox, things that are kind of vetted through them. So also you're making sure you're not installing a virus or any sort of Trojan or anything like that, because that's also a thing with installing game mods, right? So I mean, that would be kind of cool, you know, community created sandbox. That would be kind of neat. But I think that's all wishful thinking, to be honest with you, because you know they're gonna have their packs just like any other sim. I mean, they're no different than any other sim. They're gonna have their release packs that they're probably gonna release, and you know, maybe at a later time, and DLCs and stuff like that. So I don't know how that would work out with, you know, future DLCs, and then, you know, potentially monetizing that versus having a community sandbox. You know, would that just cannibalize their own sales? Or what if they create everything that, you know, the community's asking for, and then they release that? Is there really a need for mods at that point, right? I don't know. I think the open world thing is going to be interesting, how they implement that, and if they're going to have like drifting components to it, and because I think the drifting world is kind of like the big one for Assetto Corsa. That in like rally, I've never got into the rally part of the mods myself, but I do know there is communities out there based on that. So this AI is kind of all over the place. I saw him go over off in the grass a few times already. Ooh, so that's car number one. Really like that you can actually go up on the curbs and accelerate, still feel the curbs. The car does feel different, you know, it does feel a little slick, but it's, you know, it's safe. You can do it, and the car responds in a manner that feels very realistic to the curbs. Oh, we got a car on the inside here. Oh, look at that. They waited. So, you know, that's good. Like I said, oh, it looks like they just quit the pits. Didn't know if AI was going to come in hot, so I gave him enough room. So we should have one more lap. This should be the white flag being out. See if we can break apart this snake right here. I'd put us in the top 10. Oh no! Oh no! I just Gran Turismo to Forza. Not Porsche. That's not how I want to get a position. I tried braking way too late. My fault completely. Well, don't start sliding now. Yeah, definitely not enough AI centipede. Yeah, it makes it hard to kind of, you know, really judge how you're going to pass and things like that when they're all grouped together like that. But, I mean, obviously I had other options in kind of going the way I did. All right. Oh, yeah, look at that. Now AI is hating on me. I just got pit maneuvered by AI. Oh, man. So we finished P9. Definitely not the cleanest session. But I feel like I'm understanding the car a little bit more and more as we're kind of getting going. You see my funky wheel color decision actually carried over into the title. That's good. There's no other camera options. That's something to kind of keep in mind. And, you know, right now you can't really adjust too much graphically in the replays. But I do have my funky hyper blue wheels kind of going on there. All right, so let's quit out of here and let's jump into like a normal road car. And by normal, I mean probably going to, let's see. Where is it? Where's that Ford? Right here. But the one thing we haven't driven yet is the S2000. So I think let's do that. Let's customize it first. Now that we have that option. Exterior, body color. Change it to something, you know, like Jimmy Broadbent color here, pink. I don't know. Let's do something else. Let's do like a really bright highlighter, almost like neon green, yellow. Let's see. We got gloss, which kind of looks like a paint from that time period where it's just like a normal gloss paint. High gloss. Yeah, I can see the difference a little bit. Matte. So that's like a vinyl wrap. It actually does look like a matte. It's pretty good. Metallic, that's beautiful. Satin metallic, okay. Pearl. So this is gonna be cool if you could adjust like multiple like delivery on the car, and you could actually adjust each independent color, kind of like you can do in iRacing. You have the, you know, the car, and you can put a livery on it, and then you can adjust everything. Chrome, clear chrome. What's the difference between clear chrome and chrome? Oh, clear chrome is almost like a very high metallic. Well, I guess we're gonna have to do that. Interior. Oh, okay. We got blue leather there, and you can only leave it in the manufacturer color, but I guess maybe in future iterations you could adjust that. That's pretty cool. And then wheels. So we got the 2-wheel options. We have the European spec and we have the American spec. Kind of like the EU, I guess a little bit more. And then wheel color. Is flip-flop paint an option? Oh, like the old Mustang, the Cobras? You talking about the oh man, yeah, you're talking about like that purple that would like flip to blue. I forgot what that's called. Maybe if someone remembers, let me know. Let us know in the comments. Let's go green. It's like chroma something. Do something weird. Pearl. Why not? You could add more clear coat. You could add or deduct the roughness. Oh, look how shiny that gets. So you could, how much orange peel do you want in the paint? Clear coat roughness. We could turn it all the way down. Put the flakes all the way up. What? Boom. All right. Another weird, don't ever do in real life paint option. Absolutely horrible. Well, let's drive it. Let's drive this at, let's do Laguna Seca. And opponent skill. Let's put us like more towards the middle of the pack. Opponent skill. Let's go like 97, I guess. We still have 22 cars on track. Race duration, we're not doing 180 minutes. It keeps defaulting to that. I don't know why. Let's do a 20-minute race. All right, let's go. I like this little like synopsis of what you chose. Time of day, noon. Again, we gotta, I mean, it's not a big deal, but hopefully they definitely address this. There we go. Okay. Look how horrible that looks. Oh man, and you know, I feel bad if someone in real life is actually using this as their color scheme for their car. I apologize. I don't mean it, but just not for me, man. Not for me. So I'm not gonna mess with this setup. Let's just get on track. One thing I'm noticing is you definitely have to go in car dependent, hide everything if you want to. You have to do that kind of every time. And then view settings, we were just in there. You got to adjust the pitch because it actually like makes you want to look down at the ground. So we got to bring that up a little bit. That's also like a little bit of a thing you got to do in iRacing as well. If you're running triple screens, is really make sure you got your horizontal line set up correctly. It kind of helps with that depth perception quite a bit. And right now, even though I have cockpit mirrors on, only the driver's one works. The passenger one's always dark like that. Don't know why. Just it is what it is. If I put the virtual mirror on, I could definitely see behind us, but that's gonna not be realistic. And let's see. Maybe if I enable it and then disable it. Because it says disable mirror, we have that off. I don't know. It didn't turn on. Let's adjust this mirror here. Be more out. There we go. All right, there we go. 9,000 RPMs. You gotta love it. Oh, there's a lot of body movement in this car. I don't want to get pit maneuvered. Steering is a lot lighter, as it should be, right? 3 wide. I don't think I've ever seen my tachometer go quite that high. Look at that, 9 grand. Surprised I didn't hear it crack, because it's never gone that high up in the RPM range before. So far we haven't gotten taken out by AI. They have kind of kept their space. We did turn AI up to 97. So, I don't know, maybe that's kind of what you need to do. I don't know. Maybe it's car and track dependent too. Maybe AI is working better on certain tracks than others. That's probably more likely. Whoa! Little oversteer action there. But we were able to catch it. Yeah, mirror option. And the thing is, too, they have dynamic mirror as an option in the graphical settings. So I guess in VR. This car feels like you're supposed to be driving it with a clutch. The downshifts are very hard, like it's not liking it without a clutch. See what I mean? Don't have my H pattern shifter mapped. Probably that's what this car is supposed to be utilizing. But yeah, I think the dynamic mirror is supposed to be for VR, so when you're moving your head around, you can actually change the view of the mirror like you do in real life, right? It says static or dynamic. I think it says dynamic. Actually sounds really good. Kind of sounds like it does in real life. You know, you kind of get that interior sort of almost like droniness of the exhaust in a way. Get off the throttle. You induce a little oversteer. So AI does have a little bit of the snake thing going, but it kind of looks like they're taking different lines at this track. So I think AI is like dependent on their track. We're 3 wide here. AI didn't hit each other, didn't hit me. They really tried to give us room. So maybe it's car specific, I don't know. But so far the AI experience is a lot better. Look at this, taking a different line than the other 2 cars. Much better experience than what we experienced with the Porsche over at Suzuka. Is it perfect? Heck no. But just, you know, if you're looking at getting into this early access, you know, this might be the way you want to go. But this car feels super dynamic. I am experiencing a lot. I did in the Porsche like talk about, you know, weight transfer and things like that. In this one, it's a lot more, hey Jesse, what's going on? In this car, it's a lot more apparent that you're getting that weight transfer. and you definitely could play with it a little bit more, but I'm still able to steer with the pedals, which is really cool. I'm enjoying AI a lot more with this car and track setup. Kind of wonder if we take the little oversteer there, if we take the Porsche and bring them here to WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, if we'll actually have a better AI race, or is it just Honda S2000s optimized a little bit better? Let's see if they stay on the inside. Stayed on the inside. Nice. Okay. Just noticed I was on. Jesse, I've been on all day. I've been on for 14 hours. I'm kidding. Thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it. Jesse, I really think you're gonna like this title, just for the car dynamics. These cars, they feel really good. The Ford Escort Cosworth is an absolute joy to drive. Alrighty then, as I spin the car out. But I really do think this car needs to have the H-pattern shifter option on, because as I'm downshifting, it's like slamming it into gear so abruptly. I could use my clutch too as I'm downshifting, even though we have right now it with the paddle shifters. It's a little bit smoother. Just feels so weird using a paddle shifter and a clutch. Doesn't feel right. Oh my gosh, you were on for 21 of your 24-hour race? How many people did you have on your team? Like, how many splits did you have to do? You weren't racing for 21 hours, were you? You're a madman. By the way, congratulations on your stream, bud. That's absolutely insane analytics that you sent me. Woo! Oh, he tried to get me on the inside? Is he getting me? Oh, he got me! I love how the AI is giving me room. Oh, too much room. Slammed into the wall. Five on your team, 6 on your second team. How many? So you guys ran 2 cars in 2 different splits, or the same? I mean, same split, same class of vehicle? One thing's for sure, you do not need Laguna pipes with the S2000. I mean, it sounds beautiful. It's a beautiful car, without a doubt, but highly doubt this car is going to be loud enough to necessitate Laguna pipes. I'm not hating on the S2000. I actually always wanted one, but I know there's a lot of fans of the Miata. I think if I were to get one or the other, it'd probably be the S2000 before the Miata. I just love the fact that that one generation revved out to 9,000. I think the second generation had more power, but it was like 8,400 RPMs or something like that. Maintain a little bit of a slide there. Two cars in the same class, you try to balance a team to get into the same split. So you guys had like 11 drivers total? You were on one split higher than your second team. How did both teams do? So that's what I like to see up ahead. AI taking different lines. Snap oversteer. Yeah, definitely need H pattern for this car. Both teams got P2? Congratulations, man. That's awesome. That's one heck of an accomplishment, especially for a long race like that. That's insane. So were you guys, how many splits were there? I would imagine for a 24-hour, this was the big iRacing event, right? So if this wasn't just a league race. All right, yeah, let's bind the H pattern shifter real quick. This is getting a little too hard to drive. I wish if it knows that you're not binding the H pattern shifter, like if you just have shift up, shift down, maybe it'll enable the auto clutch, because that's kind of what I'm fighting against right now. Let's go to the Fanatec. Shift 1, 2. Kind of wonder if it's going to recognize it or if I'm going to have to go out of the race and back in. Why is clear binding? Firm. 2. A little concerning. I just did a firmware update for the shifter and actually went through and calibrated the shifter because second gear was acting crazy. It was actually engaging third gear and neutral over and over again. Shift gear reverse. So let's see how that works. All right, there we go. It did recognize it, so that's nice. Your time slot had 18 or 19 splits? You were split 5. Oh my gosh. Did iRacing have like an official race time? Oh, an official race time? I know sometimes they have, like with these events, they'll have official, like 7 p.m. is like the official race, and they'll yeah, corner sausages. I gotta adjust the location of my gas pedal. Keeps getting stuck on the side of my shoe, so it's hard to heel toe, because when I'm braking, my shoe's like caught on the side of it and I can't get my heel over. So I'm doing this weird stuff with my legs right now just to get my foot from the brake to the throttle. Come on. Yeah. Here, let me actually kick off my shoe, my race shoe. Let's go full sock, where I can feel where the pedal is. I don't like to go sock on these pedals because the Husenfeld Sprints, it's kind of rough, especially the edges of the pedals. They'll cut your socks open, and I can't feel what I'm doing, and my shoe's getting caught. Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern was there. That one probably had a crazy amount of splits, huh? But that's crazy, 15 splits? Oh, come on. That time slot included Verstappen's team. Gotcha. Another thing I'm going to do is, next time I'm driving manual like this, I'm definitely going to lower the strength of the brake pedal required, because I have it all the way up. So it's kind of hard to really press that brake down with like my big toe and then kick my heel over and maintain that brake pressure. I was kind of going for the yellow bumper there, the yellow curb. That's something in software I can adjust too, is the brake pressure on these pedals. When I'm doing normal, yeah, that is kind of rough. When I'm doing normal racing, like, you know, paddle shift or anything like that, it's fine. It actually works really good for me if I'm left foot braking. Just something I'm noticing since I installed my pedals inverted. Some little critiques. Getting used to it a little bit. Big old slide right off the track. I'm understeering quite a bit now. I kind of wonder, is it maybe my front tires that are not happy, or it could also be that I'm just not braking hard enough, because it's kind of hard to do in this position. I tried to carry that drift through. Clearly was not successful. Let's see if the handbrake works. Just playing around a little bit, seeing kind of what it feels like. I know the Ford Escort Cosworth definitely felt a little bit more slide friendly. I think it's just the dynamics of that car. It was very fun to kind of throw into turns. So bad. It's like being on the edge of a razor, putting all your force on like just your big toe and then leaning it over to try to kick the throttle. Yeah, these are not friendly pedals for that reason. So the sound, I think it's really car dependent. So yesterday we went through with the Camaro ZL1 that's in this title and compared it to my in-car footage when I was actually on track with that car, right? You could hear inside the car from the cameras that I had the supercharger whine. You could hear some reverberations from like the pit wall and the grunt of the engine, and the tone that engine took was not the same as what they have in this title. It does sound very different, and in this title you don't hear the supercharger at all for the ZL1. No, the car is not really a handful. I couldn't brake appropriately. So like when I was left foot braking when we were doing paddle shifters, I was able to brake appropriately and slow the car down enough. I have my brake pressure so high on these load cell pedals that I just, trying to brake with my with my big toe and then kick the throttle over while also experiencing that these pedals are not friendly for racing in socks. And I gotta adjust the position a little bit. I wasn't able to apply enough brake pressure to really slow the car down. So yeah, I really need to like if I'm gonna do any sort of H pattern shift in this car. I could just go in the Husenfeld Sprint app and lower down that brake threshold pressure. That's what I really need to do. And then if I'm able to brake more appropriately, it's probably going to feel a lot better. Let's see if we could actually do that real quick. But yeah, so the ZL1 just didn't really sound that great, to be honest with you. So, but I think the Porsche 911, I think the AMG, I think those cars sound really good. The Escort, the Ford Escort Cosworth, I've never heard that car in real life, but it has a nice, like, and we'll jump into it in just a second. It has a really good, like, ball bearing turbo sound. It's just the Camaro, and this is the case also in other, see, I have it up to 60 kilograms of force. Let's see. Let me lower this down even more. Down to 22. Maybe 28. Okay, I'll give that a try. I just need to adjust the pedal positions. My throttle pedal is too far away from the brake. That's also another thing that I'm kind of noticing right now. I really need to get that throttle pedal in a little bit closer. Yeah, current profile up here, it says heavy brake. Yeah, too much, too much. Save that. But yeah, I really do think it's car dependent. Some cars sound really good. We'll jump into the EVO Cosworth right now. We'll just do a few quick laps with that. And, you know, you guys let me know what you think. But like I was saying before, the ZL1 is in other titles, and I feel like they always miss the mark with the ZL1. I don't know why. I don't know why bother putting it in the title if you're not going to get the sound right. It just sounds weird. It sounds almost like a weird version of a Mercedes. If that makes any sense. But yeah. No, well, not really. So my ZL1, and then, so I used the ZL1 1LE in the title because I was running the same wheel and tire package, much wider wheels, much wider tires, especially in the front. So I figured, you know, there'd be a little bit less sliding. When the car was up to temperature, I felt like it was closer, but I felt like there was a lot of body movement, especially under braking. You know, the nose of the car came way down and things like that. Even in the non-1LE version that I had, I felt like there was nowhere near that much body movement. You felt like the car was heavy. It felt like I was driving like a Mercedes. But once the tires heated up, it felt a little bit better. It just, I don't know. I think there's some tweaking that needs to be done to that car. Hopefully I didn't lower the brakes down too much. So we're at Brands Hatch right now. May have lowered the brakes down a little too much. I'm like barely breathing on it. To really recalibrate my brain now. Come on. hard time with this. The shifter here. Keep wanting to go to first gear. Come on, come on. Whoops. Just letting you know I'm there. Another thing I could do too with these pedals that would kind of help me out right now is I have the throttle pedal like set up like really low initial feedback, and then it ramps up as I go to full throttle, so that way I don't jump on the throttle and spin the tires as easily. And I could really like dial that in a little bit, so that way I could easily flip the throttle and get a little bit out of it with not so much heel movement, because I'm like really exaggerating to try to get anything out of it, and it's not really super successful, to be honest with you, but giving it my best shot. Be nice to actually like 3D print some pedals, some pedal covers, or pedal faces I should say, something in like ABS plastic with like rounded edges and a little bit of a grip face to it, because this metal edge is a little bit sharp. It look nice, it just eat your foot up for breakfast. Oh no. Oh no. I did it. I did a money shift. Straight to first gear. That would blow your motor up immediately. Got him. See if we can pull these guys in. Woo! Oh no! Oh no! Ah! See if we can catch up. Come on, come on, come on. I don't know why I keep wanting to go to second gear there. The gears are so tall, I kind of feel like I need to go to second gear, and then second gear is just too much. starting to get used to the pedals a little bit. I almost went to second gear again. I was going for it, and I remembered, don't do it. Alright, we're starting to get warmed up a little bit here. Come on, come on. Nice. I heard him. I think he stayed in fourth gear. Way off. That was way too hot. I made the brake so sensitive that it does feel weird when I'm left foot braking now, because it's, you know, that muscle memory is still there. I'm trying to just be light on the brakes, but I keep stabbing it accidentally way too hard whenever I bring my left foot over. on. Oh. That was my fault. Slid back onto the track. Good thing it's AI. If it was real people and they came into me like that, they would have been so upset. Oh, we got damage. We definitely got damage. My car is blinking. My wheel is stuck at like a 45-degree angle right now. So there's definitely, and when I brake, the whole steering wheel shakes. There's definitely a damage model going. I bring it back to center, we start turning right. Okay. There is a damage model. Let's see if we can actually finish this thing. Oh yeah, we're just sliding. Oh. AI dive bombed and they got me. Oh my gosh, to turn left, I gotta turn the wheel so far over. No, one of the cars hit me. When I slid out, I slid just a corner onto the curbing, and there was a car coming down this turn up here to the right, and they were coming out on the curbing, and they caught the nose of my vehicle. So I got nailed by another car. So that's why my wheel is like way turned to the left. I would say the first like 15 degrees to the left is like no one's home. And the car is noticeably slower. And when I brake this, it's, oh, I'm getting hit from AI from behind. It is pretty funny though, when you brake though, the whole steering wheel shakes. I think as we finish this lap, we're going to be finishing the lap under the white flag here. We'll just end the race because this is bad. Look at this. That's good to see. I mean, I didn't know they had a damage model, to be honest with you. I've smacked into the wall, other cars have smacked into the wall, and I didn't really notice any sort of differences. But it'll be interesting to see what the car looks like. We'll go in through the pits now and see if we can spin the camera around and take a look. The only thing is also to keep in mind, you kind of want to set up a pit speed limiter. There's no speed limit that comes up to indicate what the speed limit actually is, but you will get penalized for speeding in the pits. So just something to remember there and to consider. Look at that, some of the pit guys are walking over there. That's pretty cool. All right, so we're in the pits now. We can't see the car. Let's go to replay. So this is us here, and I think this is the lap it happens. I think so. Might be sooner than this. Yeah, because I'm kind of going slow there, so I don't think this is when it actually happened. Yep, this is when it happened. Okay. I'm kind of coming in a little bit hot there. I ended up drifting it out. Try to save it. Nope. No good. And I rolled out, and that's when he smacked me. I don't see any visible damage. There's no visible damage, but I definitely felt damage in the car. You can see as we come around this turn here. Yeah, the car looks perfect. There's no visible damage whatsoever, but the car was definitely affected. Well, that's cool, though. I mean, that's good that the physics are, you know, actually making you feel the damage that you had. So that's pretty cool. All right, everyone. So I'm going to call it here. Hopefully you enjoyed. I definitely have some optimizations I need to do to my own physical setup for H pattern shifter. It's just we haven't honestly gone over the fact that I inverted my pedals, my Husenfeld sprints. And to be honest with you, I never really race H pattern cars anymore in sim racing titles. I definitely want to, especially in dirt rally and stuff like that. But I definitely need to get the gas pedal closer. My clutch is actually closer to my brake than my throttle pedal is. And that's, you know, I need to get that one a little bit closer and then also adjust, maybe make two different profiles. Because I do like the way that I have it set up, especially when I'm racing with my racing shoes for, you know, any normal sort of GT3 car, really high force braking, because then I could kind of feather it with high pressure. But when I'm H pattern shifting here, it was a little bit too much. And the positions of the pedals too, I definitely have to adjust that. So, all right, everyone. Mr. Thalman, thank you so much for joining in. Jesse, thank you so much for joining in. Everyone, you have a great day. And hopefully I answered some questions about this most recent patch that just happened today. Everyone, have a great day. I'll catch you all next time.